Peace. This is Jarrell with Quantum Light Consciousness. Today I want to talk about crystal skulls, working with crystal skulls. Okay? Crystal skulls are a lot more mystical than you might think that they are. They're not just a hunk of crystal. What makes crystal skulls so special is because of the shape. Right? They're in the shape of a skull. And a skull is what contains consciousness, believe it or not. You may have heard the explanations of what consciousness actually is. It's actually an ocean. It's actually the unified realm of existence. It's actually unconditional love. It's actually light. It's all these things. However, consciousness is contained in the brain, and it's also contained as the head of a human. Okay? So when you have crystal skulls, you have a container of consciousness. You have a realm of awareness that can exist inside of a crystal as an intelligent being, as a data drive, or as a data resource of so much energy, so much experiences, so many emotions, so many codes of light. Whatever the skull information may contain, that is what is comprised of what is on it. All right, it can hold anything. Okay, so that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the dynamic resources and abilities that you can unlock by using crystal skulls. All right. When I think about crystal skulls, I think about that Indiana Jones movie. It's called like The Legend of the Crystal Skull or The Temple of the Crystal Skull. At the end of that movie, what they do is they get all the way to where they're going to, the Forbidden Temple that you're not allowed to go to, that, you know, it's every Indiana Jones film. And they get to it, and there's 13 ET crystalline skeletons. And they find a skull that leads them to this temple. And the skulls are all crystal. And then those skulls align into a circle, and they start turning the entire temple into a spaceship, and then it flies away. Alright, so I mean, that's just like little tidbits that are in the collective nowadays that can show you what a crystal skull actually is based off of. It can actually be a being. Alright, especially when they're linked up around each other. Okay, so when you have a crystal skull, the best thing for you to do is use it as it's like it's a holder for its own individual consciousness. Okay, so when you buy a crystal skull, that's what you're using it for. There's many uses, however, that's the best use. That's pretty much it. Like, you want to move your own awareness into whatever purpose you have your skull for. Alright, so it's kind of like a data bank or a data drive or a level of frequency where you can use your own awareness in a different context. Or you can have your higher selves link their awareness into your crystal skull. Alright, to keep it simple, there's many different types of skulls to use, and they're also very powerful. I have one here in my pocket. This is a very small one though. This one can go on a neck piece, or it can go on a bracelet. You can see how small it is. And what they do also at this size is they increase your intention. Right? They increase your intention for your outcome to manifest. Say you have a bracelet made of crystal, and those crystals are shungite, and they're clear quartz, and they're green citrine. Okay? And you want to create more abundance and protection with those crystals. What you would do is you would add a crystal skull, and then you'd program that entire jewelry piece in order to do that. And with these crystal skulls on it, these crystal skulls will automatically pick up that intention and then program the rest of the crystals as that entire intelligence of what that piece of jewelry is made for. Okay, it's very simple. These things are very intelligent. Right? They're quantumly linked for that purpose. It's like consciousness is consciousness, and consciousness knows consciousness. So when you have a skull, that automatically means consciousness. It means holder of consciousness. So when you intentionally put your own awareness towards a crystal piece like that, it just expands your outcome exponentially. So another way you can use crystal skulls is using them for an open space for your higher self to communicate with you, as an open container for your higher self to fill. so you can have your higher self's consciousness grounded here in 3D for you to look at, instead of you just subtly knowing that's there, or subtly only being able to connect to every once in a while when your third eye is clear. You can actually have a crystal skull in the shape of your higher self with their energy in it, and you can have them telepathically move their intentions through that physical object. All right, that's the next level. That's what I've been working on. That's what I've been experiencing, and you can do it with any amount of higher selves that you want, because we actually do have more than one higher self. Okay, so understand that. Understand that when you go to use your crystal skulls, what you're doing is literally programming a crystal to tell you things to enhance your intention and to bring about more of your intention here in the physical. Whether it's your higher selves bringing it through to you in the physical, or you remembering past lives, or you creating different objects for these crystal skulls to amplify the intention of. Okay, so I just wanted to share with you my latest crystal skull that I brought into my collection here. Well, it's actually not even crystal. What it is a piece, and it's an organite piece. And your crystal skulls can be in any shape of any form of any of your higher selves. We have different types of higher selves. We have Pleiadian higher selves, we have Sirian higher selves, we have Anunnaki higher selves, we have Andromedan higher selves, we have Draco higher selves, we have Avian higher selves, we have Lyran higher selves, we have Arcturian higher selves. We have many, many different types of higher selves. All right, and many different types of crystal skulls can compensate or can cater to your higher selves. Okay, so here I have my dragon skull, right? So what I did here is, in this skull, I pretty much had my higher self's energy infused into it. And as you can see, it's a skull in the shape of a dragon, right? You could actually find these anywhere. I found this on Etsy for a very good price, so I had to snap it up. All right, so pretty much, if you could see that, you know, see the makeup of the skull, you know, it's very obvious what type of skull this is. So when you get it, it's very easy for you to literally make the link, say, okay, yeah, this is a dragon. Yes, okay, of course, dragon energy goes here. And pretty much, if you know your Draco higher self, different things happen when you work with them, especially when you work with their skull. All right, because your dragon is actually one of the most telepathic beings on your soul stream. All right, why? Because they have the reptilian brain. Okay, they have the basis, the fundamental, the origin of the reptilian brain that the humans have. All right, us here down in the physical. So what they have is a very, very powerful skull. They have a very, very powerful brainwave frequency, and when you begin to sync with that, either it's you directly with your higher self, or it's with you with your higher self through a crystal skull, you begin to actually take on more of those capabilities. All right, when I started working with this, I started to be able to become way more telepathic, way more empathic, way more just overall cosmically aware of what was going on around me in my energy field. All right, I was already aware, but this put me like just just, you know, overclocking, you know, being able to like search around, see different types of entities, beings, individuals, and then being able to pick up their intentions like that. So I mean, it really is up to you what type of crystal skulls that you want to work with. However, when you do work with them, it is a very, very fun experience. You learn a lot, and you start to expand more and more than you ever thought that you possibly could. Okay, so take your time. Remember, look for the skulls that reach out to you, that pop out at you. Say, yes, that's the energy I want to work with. That's what type of frequency I want to go further into, and then you do it. You know, and while you're doing this, you know, always use your heart to guide you towards the right place, and you can't go wrong. All right. If it's the right energy you should be working on, your heart is going to tell you which energy to work with, what higher self to work with, and what type of frequencies or ability sets are possible for you to attain by working with these different types of materials and energies. Okay? So peace and love to you. If you guys like a session, I do sessions at quantumlight.org. I also do custom artwork, light coded team artwork, numerology readings, and so much more. I also have a t-shirt shop at empathgear.com. Check that out. Free shipping, 10% off your first order. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace and love.